In recent times, a debate has ensued whether a divorced wife should be paid maintenance. Under Islamic law, even after her iddat or waiting period. The famous Shah Bano case in India fueled this debate. The Supreme Court in India decided that payments should be made, but on resistance from Muslims, the Congress passed a law that diluted this judgment. It is well known that alimony is paid under U.S. law and in other countries in the West, although payment can also be made to the husband under such laws. Islamic law does not acknowledge such payment. Islamic law maintains that after divorce, there is no relationship between the husband and wife, either physical or otherwise. Therefore, there is no legal basis for justifying such payment. This issue should not be confused with the maintenance of children, because Islamic law does impose a duty on the husband for children. The issue should not be confused with the division of household assets either, for which provision is also made in Islamic law. There are different theories in the West for justifying the payment of alimony. The first theory is the compensation theory, which considers payment to the wife as justified for having been tied up in the bond of marriage for some period. This theory lacks a moral basis, as it reduces the sacredness of the marriage contract into one of the employer-employee relationship in which a pension is justified after retirement or parting of ways. This theory reduces the contract of marriage into a commercial contract that is akin to prostitution. The rehabilitation theory believes that the woman needs some time to adjust in society, and until such time that she does, the husband must contribute to her financial security. Islamic law imposes the duty of providing maintenance and residence to the divorced wife during her waiting period. And in the case of the death of the husband, she receives a share from the husband's estate. Whatever is said for the justification of alimony in the West is not sufficient for providing a legal or moral basis for such payments. There is no legal basis for the payment of alimony. The Shah Bano case was about an aged woman who was divorced and left destitute at the age of 62. It had emotional undertones. The sympathy for the woman is justified, but there is no sympathy for a system that does not apply the provisions of Islamic law in toto. It is a system in which there is the provision of zakat, along with the system of wilaya that imposes a duty on relatives for providing maintenance. And finally, that places a duty on the Islamic treasury to provide funds. Payment of alimony will reduce the Islamic marriage contract into a commercial contract, thus leading to contradictions in the entire legal structure created for the well-being of the Islamic family system.